Hey guys, Smoking Briar coming at you. And I bet you thought I wasn't going to get a top 5 list out this year. I waited till the very last day. Usually I try to get it done before the last day of the year, but this year, because we moved and everything so late in the year, had a lot of tobacco packed away and everything, I couldn't get to it. So I kept putting it off and putting it off, and I said, I got to get this video done. But right now I'm smoking a Savinelli 320, which I'm going to light. And in it, I am smoking some Drew Estate 7th Avenue Blonde, which is an aromatic. It's made in Denmark, exclusively for Drew Estate, imported by Scandinavian Tobacco Company, and it's just a sweet caramel vanilla. It's an after dinner kind of smoke. One you might enjoy. Instead of spending some calories on food, you could enjoy this. And that's about when I smoke this too. Usually, is after a meal. But it's a sweet aromatic, but it's not overly sweet. It's just one that I enjoy. It's kind of like a Lane 1Q on steroids, I guess is how I could describe it. It's a good blend. But let me put this down here, and I'm going to start on my top 5 list. Really no random order, guys. I mean, there's not one that really screams #1 to me this year. I'm just going to go through them, and I have one honorable mention. First off, and I don't have the tins. I had two, I don't know if you guys are familiar, I'm sure you are. When you go to Walmart, you see those banana boxes, them big boxes that the bananas come in. I had 2 of those empty boxes full of empty tins. And I sent a lot of them to people that collect them, like Danny Shore. I sent a lot of them to other people that collect them. And I just got sick of seeing them laying around, so I got rid of all my tins and just jarred up everything. But here's one of my top 5, and I got them in jars, so I'll try to give you guys a look at them. But in no random order, Bob's Chocolate Flake. Okay, this one. This is a tobacco you have to try. It comes in pieces like this. Some of the flake pieces are larger than the others. I mean, it just pretty much comes like this. It has I think 8% Latakia in it. It smells like an English blend with chocolate cocoa bean dusted over the top. That's about the only thing I can tell you how I can relate to it. When you smoke this blend, it doesn't scream chocolate. It's not the chocolate like you would think of in a candy bar. But yet again, it's not the dark chocolate taste either. It's a blend that you have to sit and savor, and you have to kind of. When I started smoking this blend, it took me 3 or 4 bowls, and I sat outside one evening and I was like, I got it, I understand it. That's you almost have to perceive the chocolate, but it's there, but it doesn't jump right out at you. It's just one of these blends that it's just cool how it works. But you can perceive the chocolate as you smoke a few bowls of it. The next one is no stranger to anybody. It's been in my top 5 or 10 lists for as long as I've been making these lists, and it probably always will be, and I'm sure you guys agree. That's why the jars are full. Boswell's Northwoods. Big fan of it. There's probably not a soul out there that hasn't heard of it. It's just a good English blend. I don't know. It's just always been one of my favorites. Every time I get a pipe from Boswell's, I either get a free sample of Northwoods or the next blend I'm going to show you. But yeah, Boswell's Northwoods, good English. I don't think there's anybody I've ever heard that says they don't like it. Which moves me on to my next. I'm trying to represent each genre of tobacco, English, aromatic, vapors, Parikh, different things. Trying to represent each different one of those tobaccos in my top 5 this year. And as far as an aromatic goes, this was one of mine for the last few years, and again, it probably always will be, and that is Boswell's Piper's Pleasure. If you like chocolate and coffee, try this. I mean, I know I've made videos on this before. When I open a jar of this stuff, I mean, it's just, that chocolate just slaps you right in the face. I mean, it is just, it's a tobacco. I've heard other guys say when they open a jar of tobacco, say, man, it smells so good I could eat it. I swear to you, you want to eat this. It's just, it's like I don't even need an air freshener when this stuff is around. I can sit and smell it forever. It's fantastic. It's just a good chocolate, delicious blend. And it's got a hint of coffee in it, cocoa. If you're a chocolate fan, man, get on this Boswell's Piper's Pleasure. It's just fantastic. Representing the Virginia class from my home state here in North Carolina. One of the nicest red Virginias I've ever smoked in my life, and that is McRae Nice 2008 Red Ribbon. It's a straight Virginia. Obviously, it's a red ribbon Virginia. Man, it's just, it represents red Virginia, and it's this one here. This jar is starting to the tobacco is starting to get some nice crystals on it, and it's oh man, when it gets like that, it's just so good. You just want to sit back and just savor every puff of it. But McRae Nice is a shop in North Carolina, in Charlotte. I go to it quite often. A lot of people are getting into McRae Nice tobaccos. I think there's a blend Currituck that quite a few of you guys have gotten hooked on. I know Eastern Grey started that ball rolling with Currituck, and this is a shop, like I said, that I do a lot of business with, and they do business the old way. You can actually go online and order tobacco. They'll ship the tobacco to you without you even paying for it, and enclose or send you an invoice, and then you just go ahead and send them payment after you actually get the tobacco. So if you're not familiar with McRae Nice, check them out online. They do business the old-fashioned way. Very old-fashioned shop, very rustic inside, full-line tobacconist, excellent selection of pipes, just a great place and good people. Next, and this is one that Grandpa Cavendish turned me on to, and Hillman also spoke pretty highly of this one, Skeletal Piper Hillman, and that is Louisiana Parikh Flake, Gawith and Hogarth. And this right here, Grandpa Cavendish contacted me in a PM and said, hey, you want to try a sample of this? And I said, yeah, I sure do. And he sent me a good sized sample of it. And just look at the size of that. It's like beef jerky. But I'll tell you, he sent me a sample of it, and I got to smoking that, and as you can see, I've ordered, I mean, that jar is stuffed. I've ordered, I think, 8 ounces of this blend. And this is obviously a tobacco that you need to prepare. You ain't going to be shoving that big monster in your pipe, but I like to rub it out. It's a Virginia Parikh. It's just good. I'm not a huge Parikh fan, and I told him that. I said, yeah, I'm not a big fan of Parikh. I've tried a lot of vapors, and nothing. I don't know. I even bought a couple of ounces of straight Parikh from Pipes and Cigars, just to use it as a. I smoked some straight, to be honest with you. It almost killed me, but I just wanted to see what the flavor was, and so I could identify more of it in different blends. And I've got it jarred, and I actually mixed some with that Red Ribbon from McRae Nice, and it turned out pretty darn good. But Parikh was a tobacco that I could never really wrap myself around. I couldn't get a grip on what it really was. But this made me a believer in it. This turned out to be one of my favorite, absolute favorites. And the last one, honorable mention, is another actual Parikh Virginia blend. And I know this is one that has had some people liking it. I know it almost made Skeletal Piper Hillman's top 10 or top 5 list, but he got turned on to a couple of things late in the year that knocked it out. But for me, he recommended this to me too, and it's Hearth and Home Vaprati, and it's a vapor, and it is fantastic. So yeah, that's my honorable mention. Those are my top 5 for the year. I tried to, like I said, represent every aspect, from English to vapors to aromatics, flake tobaccos. So those are what did it for me this year, at least the second half of the year. And who knows what we're going to see in 2016. I'm sure there'll be a bunch of new blends out there. I haven't really been on board that much in the second half of 2015 because of all the issues that I've had, with my mom passing and moving and just trying to get things straightened out in my life and trying to get my head back on right. And so I've been kind of out of the loop with the pipe tobacco situations, but watching your guys' videos helps me to stay informed as to what is out there and what I need to get onto. So, but there it is. That's my list. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I've really enjoyed watching all your lists. I've been trying to catch every one of them, as many as I can, and I look forward to starting a new year with some new blends. So until I see you next year, be well, take care, and happy smokes to all.